Welcome back to my whiskey pick of the week. You know I'm Eric the Whiskey Guy, and as always, as usual, as advertised, I am bringing you a treat this week, this weekend. I got a busy week ahead of me, a busy weekend, so I'm kind of excited to pop open this bottle, see how it is, see if it'll carry me through the holiday weekend. So we're gonna get right into it. I would first like to say tomorrow is my wife's birthday, so if she is listening or listens to this video, Jennifer, happy birthday. We love you and we pray for many, many, many more. And it's actually Easter as well, so it is a double whammy weekend for me. So I'm starting the festivities off early with Angel's Envy. Angel's Envy. I'm not too much familiar with the bottle. This is my first time grabbing it. And when I first seen the bottle, I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I said was, this company has to be a bold company to have a name like Angel's Envy. You gotta be bold, you gotta be confident, you gotta be cocky. Any brand to be named, anything to be named Angel's Envy. Because when I first seen that, I was like, are they trying to say that angels are jealous of this juice? But it's a neat little story of how they got their name. So Angel's Envy. Now they opened their distillery around 2016, so I'm gonna assume that they've probably been around since about 2012, 2010, because you gotta let your bourbon sit for at least 4 years. So I'm thinking about that 2010, 2012. Any bourbon, any brand that came out after, like I said, post the internet, especially like 2010, I like to call it a corporate bourbon. They gotta rely on a boardroom. They got boardroom meetings coming up with how to market, how to brand it, how the whole process work. It's not like your old companies that go back to the 1700s or the 1800s, early 19s, or even conspiring around prohibition. This is after social media. Now, one thing that I could tell, because as soon as I seen this bottle, I knew it was a corporate bourbon, because how the bottle is. The bottle is sleek. You may be able to see it, but they got angel wings on the back, like a tattoo, like a shoulder blade tattoo all the way down your back. This is some new creativity, and that's what they got to do, because they cannot rely on the folktale stories, legends have it. No, they got to create their own. And just looking at this bottle, I'm gonna have to assume that somewhere in those boardroom meetings they got some smart women in there, because only women are gonna be clever enough to come up with a sleek bottle like this. And I'm gonna hold myself to that. It's females coming up with these bottles, because if it was up to us guys coming up with bottles, every bottle of whiskey would look like a Jack Daniels bottle. We keep it simple. We don't care. Oh yeah, make it like that. Every bottle up here would be just like Jack Daniels with a different name. And if it's rye, put a blue label on it. But every bottle had that same shape. These new companies are getting very creative on how they market their product. And I can see it, and I appreciate it, because like I said, I'm a sales guy. I love the marketing aspect of it. Now, how they came up with the name Angel's Envy, out of all their distilleries, out of all the whiskey, the juice that they produce, 5% doesn't go in the bottle. They call that the Angel Share. So that is the most professional way of saying let's pour some out for the ones that's not with us. Let's pour it out for the homies. So they literally branded their bottle Angel's Envy because they share with those that aren't with us. So I thought that was really neat when I found that out. So I was like, oh, I gotta try this bottle, Angel's Envy. Let's see what it's all about. Now, this bottle gonna come in about 86.6 proof, so it's one of the lower ones that we've done. I like to kind of stick at least 100, but I'm not complaining because I done had some in the 80s, 90s that kind of blew my socks off. So I'm not gonna say just because it's a lower proof, we just gonna jump right into it. Ooh. It got like a little sweet smell to it, so that's kind of an indication that it's gonna go down smooth. This may be an envy of all kinds. You never know. Oh yeah, now this is what you call some straight Louisville. This is a straight Louisville Slugger bourbon. I like this. It go down real smooth, and then it just hits you. It hits you right in the throat with that classic straight Kentucky burn. It starts from the outside on the inside and work its way out. This is like what I like to call some gas right here, and it's a smooth. It's not like this is a great one if you just want to sip on it. This is a perfect sip bourbon. Now this one, it comes in about $50, so it's not you're gonna have to come out of pocket just a little bit. It's like a $50 bottle, but it tastes just like one. It tastes just like one. This is one that you just sit back and just sip on and relax. You probably ain't gonna see this too much. Like if you're like at a club or a bar, you know, you may not see it. I haven't been out in a while, but I can't imagine people in there saying, "Let me get an Angel's Envy with a splash of ginger ale." I don't know if you're gonna hear that too many times, but this is a nice little. It's a nice little sip. It's a nice pour. It's something to definitely have in your cabinet. You can always bring it out. People will be very impressed the first time that they sip it. I would highly recommend Angel's Envy. Now, remember now, this is a corporate bottle. So you know what corporate like to do. Corporate try to get every buck out of you. So make sure you go in there and you read exactly what you getting, because every bottle looks the same. Like you might look at this bottle and be like, okay, I got an idea. I know what it look like. Now I just told you it's $50. You may go grab a bottle that says Angel's Envy, got the same tattoo on the back. You're like, okay, Eric told me it's $50. You go up and cash out. They may say, oh, that's 108. And then you gotta look like at the fine print way down here may say, oh, this the rye. Or it may be a single barrel or a cash strength, and now you like 150. So keep in mind, this is not a bottle. All their bottles look the same. So just don't go in there willy-nilly grabbing a bottle off the shelf, because try this one first. Try this one first. If you want to try the Angel's Envy, try this one first. Then kind of work your way up, because you'll be kind of disappointed. Now, it's one thing if I say run to the store, grab Angel's Envy, but I'm thinking you're gonna grab the cash strength, but you come back with this one and be like, oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, no big deal. You only paid $50. But if I'm expecting this bottle and you come back with 150, then I'm gonna be a little upset. So make sure you read it. But all in all, it's a great pour. I definitely enjoy it. It's a surprisingly pleasant drink. It's something that you can just sit back and sip on. This is Eric the Whiskey Guy. Hey, we're gonna do it all again next weekend. Y'all have a wonderful day.